Okay, I'm going to mute everyone. Hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to JadaTV. I'm Dana Blickensderfer.
And I am Jonatas.
And tonight, we're here with Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa. Say hi.
Hi, how are you guys? I hope you're doing well.
Yes, we have a special guest. Vanessa's one of our, close to our heart. She's one of our Jada members, and we'll get right into talking to her. But first, we like to welcome everyone to the show. We are a meta-modern art movement, and we are here to engage in art conversation with artists just like Vanessa. So, Jonatas, before we do our icebreaker, do you want to say anything?
Definitely. I believe that this is our, fifth episode? Sixth episode?
Sixth.
All right, there you go.
We're on a new hand, number 6.
We really are. It's a new hand, okay?
Yeah,
it's
exciting.
my left, I would say, because I start with my right.
Oh, there you
so,
go.
anyways, what a pleasure to be here today. We're very, very fortunate to be engaging in a multitude of conversations with people all over the world. Jada is growing in such a beautiful, powerful way. As we get ready to go to Paris for our art exhibit, our conversations have become more intense, more meaningful, more sincere, and I'm so happy. That's all I have to say.
Yes. And fitting for the occasion, can you see my sweater? It says it's French.
What?
I wore this for Vanessa. Ready?
No.
Ready?
Oh, wow.
Au revoir. Do you guys see that? Hey. I've been rocking France for weeks now.
Nice.
Yep.
Au revoir.
I carry it with me. So we'll get to that later about the program about Paris. But let's start our icebreaker. Are you guys ready?
Oh yeah. What are we doing?
So we have 2 minutes we're gonna do drawings of each other. So we'll pick a person and we'll do silhouettes. You can't look down, and you can't pick up your marker. You gotta leave your.
So a blind contour drawing.
Yeah, but
blind contour.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right.
So I'm gonna go and I'm starting the clock. Can you see the timer?
Yeah.
All right.
Get
So
ready.
I'll do Jonatas, Vanessa. You do me.
Okay.
And who are we missing? That's it, right?
I
We
have
got paper, right?
white paint.
Who do you
What do I
pick?
draw?
You pick someone.
Okay,
I
okay.
draw. I'll draw you and one of you, and you have to choose. I mean,
Okay.
you have to guess.
Okay, I'm not looking down, so I'm doing Jonatas.
Okay.
Neither.
All right. Man, nice man bun. I'm really getting a good angle of that. Rocking that bun. Let's see the side profile. Oh.
It's my corona year lack of haircut kind of haircut.
And those glasses. You're really stepping up that glass game.
I have to.
I can't. It's amazing. All right, 1 minute. I can't pick up, it's harder than you think. I'm not picking up the marker.
Yeah, don't pick up the marker. If you do, we can tell.
Disqualified.
Oh, I cannot pick up the marker.
Vanessa, try it again, Vanessa. And you cannot look down.
I'm not looking down. I'm not looking down, I swear.
I did look
Okay,
at one.
now I'm not picking up the marker.
Okay,
Yes.
I can't do it. I'm done. I didn't even do you. This is so bad. I can't show anybody. It's terrible.
I think mine's worse.
Oh.
No, keep going. Don't stop.
No, I'm just gonna have this up for 30 more seconds. Au revoir.
I don't want to say this.
It's pretty
Oh
bad.
my! I looked down. It looks horrible.
It's
I just
really
looked
bad.
down.
Okay,
I'm gonna stop.
Let's share.
Okay. I'm gonna stop too.
Okay, I'm gonna stop doing.
Yeah.
Let's stop while we're ahead.
I hope I don't offend anybody.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay, so this is how bad.
Oh,
How?
you can't see mine.
Put it to your face.
Look.
Wait.
What's that? Oh my god.
Vanessa, that's so awesome. It's so bad. It's so good.
Can you see mine?
Oh, who is that?
I don't
Wait,
know.
is that me?
Yes, it is.
Oh, you got the open mouth, like
Never
your
looked more
face.
beautiful.
And then
Wow.
this was Jonatas. Can you guys see that?
Oh man!
Wait.
Wow!
That's the stripe. You see
You
this?
look handsome.
You see the
What
striped
is that
shirt?
there?
Wait. You see the striped shirt and the bun?
You look like a chicken.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's so good. I love doing that.
You guys are crazy.
You're lucky you weren't on the last show because we had a show where we were sporting underneath the
Our
Zoom.
bottoms.
The Zoom.
What? Yeah. Oh. Hold on. This is great.
So Vanessa, you are amazing. You're a heroine. You're a strong female. We love creating with you and engaging with you. So can you tell us a little bit how you ended up to Miami, your passion for art, a little bit about your story?
Of course. Well,
Yes.
I was born and raised in Maracay, Venezuela in 1999. And moved to the US 4 years ago. And I officially started working as an artist last year, actually, thanks to Jonatas. But ever since I was a kid, I always loved art and fashion, art in every expression. I think art is my passion and is what I like to do for a living. It is what I like to do just in my everyday, daily basis. So, yes.
Wow.
And how did you guys? I know you guys met. Tell me your meet cute, as you call it in the film business.
Well, he was my professor in Broward College, actually.
Well, okay. Tell me when you first met him. What was your first impression? Truth time. Don't hold back.
Don't lie.
He was awesome. He was like the most awesome professor ever because he started talking and he was so nice and kind to everyone. So it was a very good impression.
Thank you. You guys can look at my professor's
Stop.
grade.
You always have to
I got
plug
a
that in.
4.9 out of 5. Okay.
That's really
Actually,
good.
he's neighbor because he's from Brazil and I'm from Venezuela. So
There
we're
you go.
neighbors.
There you go. We got each other.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, the thing is this. So when I met Vanessa, well, she's one of the most thought-provoking people I've met from the student body. You know, I've been teaching now for a few years, and I've met I've taught maybe thousands of people, right? Young adults of all kinds at the college level. And the truth is, there's a lot of people who they can be nice, they can be kind, but they're not deep. You know, sometimes they don't have a sense of purpose. They still find themselves, which it's totally normal. That is one of the reasons why you go to college, right? Those people who choose to go to college, they spend a few years trying to figure out life. And Vanessa, the only thing that I pushed her to do was to embrace the fact that she's a natural born artist. And then for her to understand, because what you were doing, Vanessa, at that time, you were creating some artwork that dealt with the protests in Venezuela.
Yes.
And I said, how can you create something so thought-provoking so easily? You know? And I said, you have to run with this. And here's how you're going to do it.
What were you making at the time for the protests?
Pardon me?
What work were you creating for that when he was talking to you about that?
I was creating a school with a mask, representing all of the people in the protests in Venezuela.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's it. And from there on, I just saw Vanessa. I follow her, and she's going up, busy with exhibits, projects. She's very much into fashion. We're gonna talk about that today. She hasn't stopped.
She's a star.
Yeah.
Some people.
How to work aggressively.
Yeah. Some people, when you see them, you know they got something, and we definitely feel that with Vanessa. So let's share her work, and let's get started because I am very excited to show you some of the pieces we're selecting. Look at this. Can you guys see this?
Wow.
All right. Can you see the work?
Yeah.
So this is
Yes.
a great question for this piece that we wanted to ask you. So from your perception as an artist, how do you define the role of art in your activism? What are some of the causes you defend, and how does your art help you project your voice?
Okay, well, my art is an expression of the human behavior. It is a comment on the social issues we're living today, but in a pop kind of way. I like to express my feelings and my personal experiences through my art. And I believe with art, I can freely express myself and what I think or what I feel about something.
So Vanessa, here's the thing. We hear a lot that artists, visual artists, the reason why they paint or draw or sculpt is specifically because words are just not enough, right? Otherwise, they would become poets or literature, right? Artists of the word. Now, would you say that your origin story, right? Going back to who you are, right? Where you came from. Would you say that your upbringing had something to do with this development of your ability to draw and express yourself visually? What is your origin story, and how does that relate to your artwork?
Well, actually, I started as a kid, always painting and always drawing, but I didn't take it seriously. I thought it was just a hobby, and then I realized I could express myself in a more kind of like artistic way this way. So I started painting, and I started realizing that people had comments on it, and people actually, I left them thinking about the art I was making. So in that way, I believe that I can raise my voice, but not only in words, but in art. So that's why I took the advantage of painting, and not only painting, but designing clothes and everything. Actually, the jacket I'm wearing right now, it's one of the jackets I painted myself.
Look at that.
kidding.
That's so dope. That's awesome.
Love it.
Love that.
It. Yes.
Thank you.
So specifically, can you tell us a little bit about this piece?
Okay, so that piece you're looking right now, it actually has to do with anxiety.
Okay.
It is a personal experience. I took anxiety pills for 3 years.
Wow.
And yes, because I started suffering panic attacks and really pretty much anxiety. So I started taking those pills, which are really, really hard pills to take. And I decided to take them off of my body, because I knew that was not something good. I knew that was something chemical, and I didn't want that in my body anymore. So I called a psychiatrist and started started taking them off. So the last pill I took, as you can see, the last pills, I put them on the canvas.
That's the very last pills you had too.
Wow.
How symbolic!
How
symbolic is that?
I put them on the canvas.
Yeah, I see that.
I put resin on top of them, and that's the way I covered them, and they're good to go. Actually, that's my mouth, as you can see.
That's so
and that's basically my story. It is a story of development. I mean, I took those pills, but as I could took them off, you can do it as well. So it is a battle that you can win.
Wow.
That's strong.
So here you're talking about something that, let's be very honest, perhaps the issues of mental health, specifically with depression and anxiety, that is the millennial, let's say, kind of a condition, right?
Yeah, that is a big thing.
The millennial condition is one of both anxiety and depression.
Yes.
And we know that it's a lot. I mean, there are many causes. Of course, we're not here saying that it's only a millennial thing, but more so than other generations, a lot of millennials are very anxious.
I believe the thing is that we are more open about those topics in this new era, you know?
Yeah.
We just talk more about it.
Yes. So those generations behind us, I believe they always thought that if you talk about anxiety or depression, that you were crazy
Or
you were
anything.
There was prejudice about it.
Yeah, like everything stays behind closed doors, essentially.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there was shame associated to that.
It was taboo.
Yeah,
and that's a great
subject.
perspective coming from you.
Yeah.
That we're talking about it. We're here. We're having conversations. We're expressing ourselves. We're not afraid to be real and raw, and that's it's so exciting.
Yeah.
This is
and let's make sure we mention one very important thing.
Of course.
Getting off of your medicine when it's the proper time is a victory.
Yes.
Every now and then you have to stay, right? And you should always follow doctor's orders about when it's the best time to get off of meds. However, I believe that what you're saying is you went through the journey to properly be able to overcome having to depend on this for you to be able to treat your anxiety, which doesn't mean I'm assuming that it's not something that just goes away. And a lot of us have the same thing. It's something that you just learn to live with and cope with, right?
Mm-hmm. And there's alternative medication that's not. And
doesn't go.
Exactly.
You just have to live with it, and you can find ways to make it more easily to live with it. I meditate now daily, and I think that's a good way to calm my.
Yeah.
And when you post images like this, it's very raw and aggressive in a great way. Pop. Do you get a lot of? What are the comments you're getting? Like I stuff. Like, do you get statements? People messaging you? What is the reaction?
Yes. Well, most people think this is just regular drugs. I mean,
like ecstasy and
ask me ecstasy or what is that? Do you do drugs or something like that?
Yeah.
I just laugh. It has nothing to do with that. I mean, it is a drug. Of course, it is a drug.
But it's a medicine.
But it's exciting because it creates the buzz as an artist, and then that's when you can engage in conversation, which is really what we're here to do.
But everyone's free to think what they want to think. I mean, if you want to think that's disease, that's good with you. That you
totally
can think that. Mind. Yeah, I don't really mind. That's just my story, and I left it behind once it was on the canvas.
This is awesome.
There you go. So what we just got here is the origin story, a complete origin story of the heroine, who is Vanessa.
What a heroine moment! I love it.
Keep moving, Vanessa. Stay strong.
Yeah, and I love.
We all have our battles.
And I just like to say, I love your work with resin. Please, I want to see a million of them, more and more and more. I love it.
I love resin. I love how everything turns out with a lot of resin.
I don't know why, but I'm so intimidated by resin, and I'm like so hesitant. And then I see this. I don't know why.
At all.
So let's talk a little bit about the medium then, because you mentioned that there's resin. So now that we know there's resin, what else is in this work?
Yes, good question.
A lot, actually. First, I did the dripping technique, and as you can see it on the background. And I like to put a lot of neon colors since it makes the painting pop out. Then I use acrylics to make the background of the lips, and then I use oil on top of that.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Excellent.
Then oils on top of that, as you can see on the teeth and actually the lips, everything. It's oil. And then I put the heels on it.
Can't forget those. Yeah.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Shadowing and all that.
Glitter. It has a little bit of glitter on the corners too.
Okay.
Kind of like a trippy kind of message when you see it. It is actually a trippy canvas or work. And when you see it on the UVB lights, it's amazing. It's amazing.
That is cool.
So, Vanessa, we know that you have a variety of works. You brought us a bunch of work here. I personally know that you act in many different ways as an activist.
Yes.
But you're an artist, and some people throw around the cheesy term artivist, right? Both an artist and an activist.
Yeah.
Would you say that
Say that
some of
5
the
times fast.
causes you defend are highlighted by the artwork that you make? Do they speak about your cause? Do your causes as an activist and artist, do they show via your work? Are you someone who can easily express your intention for your missions via your artwork, your engagement with your viewers? Do they understand your activism via your art?
Yes, of course. I believe, actually, if you can see in each of my work, I always put a comment on society. And as you can see in the first, one of my first paintings ever was a school with the mask.
I think
and
that one would be a good one to show them.
That was on the politics in Venezuela. Actually, I did another one, which is the one woman's body, all in pink. And if you can see, it says, no means no. I consider myself, I believe in equality.
Sure.
I believe in equality. I won't say I am a feminazi, they're cool now, but I am a feminist and I believe in equality. That's why I did this. This was on actually my sister's, one of her experiences was sexual assault. So yes, that's why I put, if you can see that body, it is actually like a very sexy body, but that doesn't mean it wants to be sexually harassed. Wow. So that's why I did it that way. I didn't put like a covered body. I just put a naked body and sensual body. But I wanted that because that doesn't mean that she wants to be sexually harassed. Yeah.
And I think this is interesting that you chose with the composition to cut the arms and so you're on the most sexual parts of a woman, kind of like zooming in on this statement.
Yeah.
And I mean, we need to normalize people's body.
Yes.
We need to normalize that because it's just a body. It's just nature. It's not something sexual. I don't see it as something sexual unless you put it as something sexual. But that doesn't.
Well, as a male who paints figurative art, I often paint males as well, but mostly women. And one of the things I do about my artwork is exactly that. When people say this is so perverted, I always ask, what are you talking about? This is just a person. This is the anatomy of a human being. Sometimes it's a mother.
That's it.
Sometimes it's just a mother breastfeeding, or an older lady, or just a regular person sitting on the couch but nude. Why is this perverted? So people have to understand that the body is not sexualized. The body is just anatomy. It's us, all of us who place this judgment value.
And then this is an interesting part to mention, censorship, because Jonatas has experienced, especially with our digital world as artists, a lot of censorship with his nude figures getting blocked because of the women's, breasts and the nipples. So he does a lot of commentary on like, are you going to censor this? Like, this is,
And then I show my own nipple and nothing happens.
And you don't have to be naked in order to be sexual,
Exactly.
So you don't have to be naked. I see a lot of people on Instagram that can show off their body without being naked.
Completely.
If you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is beautiful. Obviously, no means no. Maybe does not mean yes, right? And nothing means a yes unless it's a clearly stated big yes in your face, right?
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
This is amazing.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much. Actually, I believe that I wanted to be my sister's voice, and by my sister's voice, I mean every woman out there. Every woman out there.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you think of this, Dana? I love it.
Look at this
What did I think?
fashion.
We're looking at your shoes
I'm
with
looking at it.
a figure of a man who looks kind of like Michelangelo's David.
Yes.
That's David from Michelangelo. Yes. Yes, I love Renaissance style. I love it. And one of my favorite artists ever is Michelangelo.
Mm.
So obviously, as you can see, that's David from Michelangelo. And I wanted to make something cool, but and really like, I don't know, like in this era, but at the same time, I wanted to put some Renaissance style on it.
Very cool.
So I decided to take a jacket and a pair of sneakers, which is the most common thing that people wear today.
Yeah.
And something that's actually not that contemporary. So I took the David from Michelangelo.
So this is
I love
this is amazing, and not to interrupt
Thank you.
but like literally art meets fashion. So Vanessa, if you follow her, which we'll give you her information later, she heavily dives into the fashion and art. So as fashion is greatly explored by your work, do you believe that fashion can be a vehicle for meaningful statements?
I believe fashion is art as well. So people might consider fashion as something completely vain, but I see it as a portable canvas that you can take anywhere you go.
Interesting.
I believe fashion has always been a way of expression and a protest as well. As the world evolves, I believe that fashion clothing evolves with it.
Oh,
Interesting.
That is interesting.
So would you say that whenever we wear something, we're making an aesthetic decision as if we were working on a canvas?
I mean, we could. Not necessarily, but we could. I mean, if you have that intention, that is like your portable portfolio and canvas. I mean, the clothes is probably the first impression you're gonna make to everybody else.
Yeah, and
Amazing.
it's a very cultures, clothing, appearances, shoes. That's totally a norm to have that as your first impression. That's a good point. So I have a question. What was your first fashion jacket or shoe that you dabbled with? Was it a hat? Like what was your first creative project when you were exploring art and fashion?
It was actually a jacket.
Was it a jacket?
Yes, a denim jacket as well. Yes, and I did. I just did like random things on it because I didn't know what to do and how to deal with the fabric and the paint, and I didn't know I had to use fabric paint or a special paint for that.
Yeah, the wear and tear of it, the long lasting, exactly.
Or the setting spray or anything, any of that. I didn't know any of that. So it's just a jacket I have in Venezuela. I have it in Venezuela. It's there. You'll have it.
I love the shoes.
Would you say that your choice of motif, right? You have Michelangelo's David.
Yes.
And you're blending that with this distressed jean jacket, and you have the chain in these shoes. It really gives an 80s, 90s vibe, a little bit of nostalgia there, as well as going all the way back to the Renaissance with Michelangelo's David.
And that's what I do.
So tell me more about that, because one of the things with metamodernism, Jada is a metamodernist art movement. Nostalgia is a big deal for all metamodernist artists. Because we have technology, we live in the modern era, yet somehow we romanticize the past, right? So how is this piece romanticizing the past a little bit? What does that mean to do that today? What are you trying to bring back, in other words?
I'm trying to bring back the Renaissance style, but because in the Renaissance style we see that the aesthetics was everything. And aesthetics, I mean, in the body language, in everything we see, it was just the aesthetics. So I believe in this new era, we need to bring that back, because as we're dealing with all of this stuff like coronavirus, and we're dealing with vain stuff like Instagram and all of that, we see a lot of that. We actually see a lot of romanticizing the nostalgia. You know, we see a lot of people just putting hashtags like "do it for the aesthetics" or aesthetics.
Aesthetics.
We're bringing that back, and I wanted to be one of those persons that can bring that back. And if I can do it in clothing, I will do it. If I can do it on a canvas, I will do it. I don't mind to work with oils or acrylics or any medium. I don't mind if it's vintage or old-fashioned medium. Anyways, because I think it gives us that vibe, but in this new era. So
that's awesome. I think it's interesting that one last comment, not sure if it's subconscious, but the David's completely nude, and then you're referencing putting on clothes with the jacket and the shoes and putting on, and then I just thought that was an interesting contrast and conversation between the two choices.
Yes, actually it is, because that's the thing. Now we don't normalize the that's what I was talking about. We don't normalize the naked bodies. So we are always thinking about clothing and brands and fashion, but we see our bodies as a taboo. So I don't see it that way. I believe fashion and clothing is an amazing way of expressing yourself, but so is your body. And we should embrace it as it is.
That's awesome. We have another hold on, clothing. Let's keep looking. Okay, so this I wanted to show before the other. So look at this.
That's the T-Rex Tessa, it's called.
I love it. So you've got the glitter, the resin, the trippy neon.
Again, a lot of nostalgia as well, right?
Pardon me?
A lot of nostalgia as well, because your color choices here, they show kind of like a Polaroid or a film, kind of like it's kind of, you develop the photograph, but you're having a glitch with the development. Right?
That's exactly what I did.
And then so you got the visual of this, right? And then
I put
see that? Do you want me to go back for a second? So you got your mind is seeing the image, and then it's on fashion.
Tessa, which is the T-Rex. I call her Tessa because I believe that's my alter ego. Yes, most people see themselves as, I don't know, as a coward person, or not brave enough, or not aggressive enough. So we can call our alter ego. And I believe Tessa is my alter ego in some kind of way. So whenever I feel down in my artistic life, I think, no, I shouldn't feel this way, because I am Tessa, I am Tessa, and I do whatever I want, and I can be aggressive if I want. That's why I chose a T-Rex, because I believe that's the most aggressive dinosaur out there and back in that time. Not of that time. And that's why I chose T-Rex. Ever since I was a kid, I love dinosaurs and I love T-Rex. And my mom gave me one skull of a T-Rex last year. Yes, my mom gave me one of those schools, and that was last year. So whenever I look at it, I was like, no, I have to go for it. I have to go for what I want. I have to be aggressively enough. And I decided in that time I should start painting the T-Rex. So I did a bunch of canvases with the T-Rex on top, because I believe if you have that in your house or in a museum or in a gallery, whatever it is, whenever you see it, you can see me and you can see you as the most brave person out there.
Great. So this is a subject about the alter ego. It's incredibly important, and a lot of the most creative innovators, the most brave people, they have been people who, in their childhood and in their adult lives, they felt a great lot of fear until they decided to let go. And one of the ways that they decided to let go was exactly how you're doing it, by picking an alter ego and saying, listen, I can't do this, Clark Kent cannot do this, but Superman can.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne cannot do this, but Batman can. So that's the thing. So every artist out there, let's follow Vanessa's example and pick an alter ego. I preach having alter egos. I have a few, and one of them is Toro Man. Every now and then I get really mad and then become Toro Man. Then get out of, that's it. Don't bother me. I'm Toro Man right now. So here's the thing. Everybody's got to have an alter ego because you can go beyond what you can do.
Yeah,
right?
You're limitless. And it's tapping into those cognitive states to push yourself further.
Let's say Native Americans, a lot of African communities, a lot of Asian communities, they have been doing this practice for a very long time to evoke an alter ego, which they might label as something else, right? Within the West, we have dropped that by quite a lot until, psychologists like Carl Jung, they would start talking about that, and some people are getting back to that kind of practice. So that's very good.
Yeah.
We all should practice that. We all should practice having an alter ego. And whatever we think we can do, our alter ego can.
Sounds very meta-modern.
It doesn't work because the alter ego did it.
Yeah.
Exactly. It is not my fault. It's my alter ego's fault. So blame it on her.
This is very meta-modern of you guys.
Dana, do you have an alter ego? One that you can say on TV?
I don't know. I don't name them, but I fuel.
Yeah.
I feel I feel emotion.
Yeah.
Energy, positive energy, religion, and religious states of mind to push myself into a deeper state of faith and stuff like that. So, but as far as
an alter ego.
I do. I get sassy. I get real sassy.
Oh, that's an alter ego.
There you go. I do get fresh when it's time for an art show. Jonatas has seen it, and Vanessa.
Oh man, you don't want to be there, guys. I'm just saying.
So speaking of metamodernism, as this is the topic that we've had recently in our conversations with some of the artists that we are, as a member of Jada, we've had discussions in our residency programs. We're talking about the death of postmodernism and the birth of metamodernism. That is a statement.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Jonatas, do you want to ask Vanessa the question in relation to her skulls and her work?
Yeah, so Dana just introduced this. This was the topic of a major conversation. Usually our conversations last 1 week. Keep going back and forth, and it gets crazy.
You look at your phone and there's 70 messages. I'm like, how do I keep up with this?
What are these people talking about?
Security and about metamodernism.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's who are you talking to? I don't know, just talking about metamodernism.
I know.
No big deal.
Everybody's so passionate about it. But because the thing is this, we realize that postmodernism is not enough for us. It's just not enough. Because we love the deconstruction of postmodernism, right? We love it. We can think outside the box. We love the idea of embracing the fight of the suffering other from postmodernism, right? We love the idea of bringing down structures of power that have enslaved people because of who they are, color of their skin, gender, and all kinds of things. We love that about postmodernism. However, we don't like the fact that postmodernism left us without a narrative, without sincerity. It was too much about irony. It was too much about skepticism, and that was necessary for them. But for today, we seek a new kind of sincerity. We kind of seek this informed naivete, right? We are knowledgeable, but we choose to act in a naive way so that we can continue discovering life.
Yes, that's
so. Your scopes.
Yes.
Do you believe that that could be a statement that deals with the end of postmodernism and the rebirth of something else, kind of like a new sincerity in the form of metamodernism?
Well, indeed, one of the messages of this piece is exactly the death of postmodernism. The fact that I painted two schools blended together means that there should not be filters. And I believe that should not be filtered anymore, letting new sincerity come our way. And human as an actual human, not as a society expectations, love as love, not as a society's expectations, color and race as color and race, not as a society's expectations, and just us as us. So I believe this piece speaks about that. Speaks about us as us.
Wow. Powerful.
Thank you.
Very powerful. Yes.
So I don't believe in filters anymore. I believe we should just be ourselves.
That is funny that you say that, because I think, remember when, Instagram, like 2006 or 7 or 8, it came out, and then everyone was doing that really white filter. Everything was so white, and then it was red. Everything was really pink. It was about like half a year ago, like maybe 6 months ago. I was like, forget it. I don't do any filters anymore. And I just like maybe adjust the coloring, like, and then I just post it. Because I was like, my photos are good as they are. And that is funny, because you say that is, I'm doing it too. And I know it's...
And actually, the picture now on Instagram, on its new algorithm, the pictures without any filters are getting more likes than the pictures with more filters.
Wow, look at that.
No, that's a good thing to know.
We just need to relate.
The more raw you are, the better.
So here's the thing, okay? Be honest, okay? I think just yesterday, Instagram came out with one filter, which is it allows you to change your hair color.
Really?
Did it?
You did it?
You did? I knew it, Vanessa. I knew it.
But do stories, this is a debate, do stories count? Because she didn't post it.
That's a good caveat.
She didn't post it as a statement on like, this is what she represents, but she plays and she's playful in the stories. So when you're in stories, your attitudes change. They go away. I mean, stories are stories. That's debatable.
That's right.
Well, stories just last 24 hours.
It's a glimpse of a moment. I could be anything.
I believe we can have fun. We can still have fun.
There you go.
Filters if we want. If you
just want to relax, man. Like, let us have fun. Who cares? Why are you overthinking this?
But it's the choice. It's the choice. The metamodernism choice to know the difference.
There's a choice, exactly. And so I like what you said, Vanessa, and Daniel too. You just said that too. I like the fact that we can play with the tools that we have, right? We're not throwing them away. It's not a revolution against anything.
No.
It's like, let's have fun, but the real deal is without filter.
When it comes down
the person I am at the end of the day, right?
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
So cool. Look at this. This totally is. This is Vanessa's alter ego. Also,
that is Vanessa. I definitely see it.
You see the eyes? She's in there.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Ego.
Wow.
I love the colors in this piece.
Yeah.
It's big, right?
Thank you.
It's a bigger size because you stood behind it. I remember you taking a photo in front of it. It was like very captivating. What's the size on this?
Mediums I use actually markers on that, acrylic markers.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, I used acrylic on the body, and I used oil on the mouth. I like to use oil on the mouth whenever I do a piece, because I believe oil can give it more like a smooth kind of look.
Yeah.
So I like the mouth.
Interesting.
And yes, this piece, that is actually another alter ego, as you can see. And I believe the panther has always been really powerful in the art movement. So yes, so that's why I took it. A panther is actually a cheetah without the spots.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe it's a very powerful animal, and if you can see it, it is intimidating. If you can see it, it is intimidating. If you can see that animal in the dark, would you believe that?
Oh, you're done. If you see it,
I would. You don't want to see it. I would. Oh my god.
Well, if you see one and you're in the woods, that's the last thing you see.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody has ever told you what they look like.
That's a good one. That was a good one.
But I put no fears on, because I believe it is about that. As you can see, the panther, in the eyes, you can see there's no fear at all.
None.
And
they own it.
And I want us to not have any fears of any kind. I mean, we can have fear of something, but we have to deal with it. And even though we have that fear, we need to overcome. And we need to fight that fear. And
totally.
What's behind that fear?
It's a great reminder. And I don't know why, but between the eyes and the teeth, it's like reminds me of jewelry with the fashion. Like it's so jewel-like that
emerald.
I think of jewelry as well, and the fashion. Like that's also what I.
Because to me, that panther represents the luxury too, the luxury lifestyle. You can see it represents a luxury lifestyle. We can see in the high society that people actually like to have this kind of exotic animal. Big cat. And we have this Banana cat, which is a cat, like a huge cat. We have the panther. We have tigers and any kind of cats that people actually like to have their own homes. So I put this one as a luxury to have, but I put it with no fears because it's free.
That's awesome.
It's not
caged.
It's not caged, exactly. It's just free.
This is a statement.
So we see you, right? Everybody should. First of all, what's your handle on Instagram?
There she is.
Yes.
Look at that.
Look at that. I love that.
How can people find you on social media, Vanessa?
Okay, so it's Vanessa. I don't remember mine.
Okay, go look for it. Let me ask you, I have a question and you can find it and tell me, okay?
Yeah.
It's Vanessa _ Hinojosa, which is INOJOSA, and at the end, so that's
H.
Vanessa
Okay.
_ INOJOSAH. That's it.
Okay, Hinojosa. Very good, very good. So I have a question. As everybody admires this very powerful, very Instagrammable kind of picture.
Very bold.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's very much about fashion. You have the Pantone, which is usually the color of the year that the fashion industry will follow. And the color of the year in this case is Vanessa's lips.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's awesome.
So, we know that you are a true Jada artist, right? You have been with Jada since the very beginning, our very first art fair in Miami.
Until the end.
Until the very end, and you're here now, moving forward with so many other plans with Jada and your own art plans as well. Now, you produce art while living this globalized social media, digital kind of world.
Yes.
My question is, what are the 3 tips you would give to our listeners when it comes to art and social media?
Well, first advice, listen to your inner soul. I think not just your head. By this, I mean that you should do as you please and be unique. Don't try just to copy everyone else. Don't try to be just like everyone else, because that won't work at all.
Yeah.
And another tip I can give is this new social media culture can be more a curse than a blessing if you don't have a strong personality. And we're all different, and that's okay. That's okay to be different. The second advice I will give is Instagram is your portfolio. Instagram or Facebook or any social media, that's your portfolio nowadays. So you should see Instagram as a business.
Wow.
You should see Instagram as a network. Yes, you need to take it seriously. For me, Instagram is something that you can have fun with it. Of course, you can have fun, because that's why it is a social media. But you need to take it seriously as well, because it's your portfolio nowadays.
And it's permanent.
And last but not least, I would say have fun. Don't stress out and don't compare yourself to others. You don't know anyone else's problems, so don't.
So whenever you see the hashtag blessed, don't believe it.
No. Don't.
Yes, I know.
So on a business perspective, can you give listeners that are similar age, maybe listening, how you're growing your followers, because you do have an influence and you are out there. So do you have 2 tips that they can learn, maybe to apply to their own platforms?
Yes, I believe you shouldn't have any fear. Just talk with your followers, create an engagement, see your social media as your actual social life. So you need to keep talking with the people out there. If they put a comment on a picture, respond to that comment, and not just but with actual words, because that's your social life as well. Social media, it is a digital life. It is not real life, but it is the real now.
That's a great perspective.
I love it.
It is your social life without even real.
It is your social life. That's true.
Especially in the year of Zoom, right? Social media becomes the place where we're going. It's our nightclub. It's our outings, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's our TV show.
We had
Our TV show.
house party thing, the app.
Yeah.
And Zoom and Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook. We have a bunch of social media. So we need to have a compromise, and we need to be constant in every single social platform that we're using.
That's a good perspective, though, coming from you. So thank you for your input. And then we do have one more question as we're ending on time. Jonatas, you want to ask the last one?
Yeah,
I've been
definitely.
asking all of them, but you just asked the last one, so I thought you might want to ask the next one.
All right.
Keep it fresh.
So, Vanessa, what are your plans for the rest of this year and for 2021? You don't have to have everything figured out, but where is your mind going? Where is your ambition going? Your goals?
Where'd she go?
I think Vanessa had a little bit of an issue. Let's see. Let's give her a few seconds.
Oh, wait.
If not, we'll get going.
Let's give her a minute. But yeah, I thought that was really cool how she compared social media to your social life and not being one-sided. So I think a lot of people can learn from that, because usually people post and then go away, but it is about the engagement, as we all know. But it's a good to know to build your business that way too.
Well, and I think in the case of artists, we often talk about like today I was talking to somebody about the Vienna Secession, in the subject of Gustav Klimt, an artist, right? The Austrian artist. And he created the Vienna Secession and his art movement. And the reason why is just one, because the art establishment was not giving him a stage. The art establishment said, we're not going to give you a stage. People started canceling him. There was this cancel culture already back then.
Wow.
They said, you know what, Gustav, we're not going to put you anywhere because what you're creating is not real art. It's decorative. It's also pornographic.
Oh, yes. I remember we
So,
talked about that.
now, it wasn't, as we know, it wasn't. There were allegories. And then he said, you know what? I'm going to rent my own space and have my own major art shows. So I wonder now, and I don't think Vanessa's coming back right now, so we can wrap this up.
Okay.
I wonder now if social media is the new Vienna secession or the independent artist-led revolution, so that we can put our artwork out there without having to ask for permission from the establishment.
I fully believe that that's true. And the virtual world is our new establishment.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, hey.
Don't worry, Vanessa. Vanessa, wrap this up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My phone already died. So I'm sorry.
Don't worry. So we're here just saying our goodbye to our viewers for this week.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're gonna be exhibiting. Where are you gonna be exhibiting next?
Yeah.
So Paris.
You're joining Jada in Paris?
Yes, I am. Thank God. I actually talked to my parents. They were not that happy because they tested positive for COVID-19.
Oh, wow.
They're dealing with that right now in Venezuela. So they were not that happy, but they, they're okay with it. They told me, if you want to go have the social distance and all that, but they're good with it.
Well, we're so blessed to have you. So everyone who's watching, we're going to be showing Vanessa's work in Paris, October 19th through the 25th, during our Paris Art Week. Jonatas will be there live in person. We'll be doing our Jada Talks, hosting some virtual experiences. We're going to be walking through the gallery. Vanessa will be there, and we can't wait to see what she has in store to show for us. So that's so exciting. So we'll end it on that note. If you want to go to find out more information about our Paris show for Paris Art Week, go to jadaart.org and go to the tab where it says Paris. And we will be registering for virtual webinars and going through the open reception and closing reception. And we're going to have such a good time virtually and in person, and we can't wait.
That's right. And I just want to say that if anybody's curious about what Jada is as an art movement, go to jadaart.org and click on our Becoming page. That's all I have to say.
That's perfect. Way to end it on that note. So thank you, everyone, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.
On
Thank you for
JadaTV.
having me.
Thank you, and have a good night or good morning.
You too, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.